Alright, so I was trying to record if I can get a camera bug happening again. Um, but I've been playing this game, Wuthering Waves, already for probably 100 plus hours. I've completed everything on the map. I've completed most of the quests. There could be still hidden quests I didn't find. Um, but I want to talk about the pros and the cons of Wuthering Waves. And later I'm gonna compare it to Genshin, and I'm not gonna say, oh, this quality is better. No, I want to feel how it's different from Genshin and what I can compare in it's a good gameplay development instead of comparing the game at each other and say, oh, this game is better. I'm not gonna do that. So if you for this, for me telling you which game is better, I won't say that. I like both games, so I won't be comparing them at a level to say should you play them or should you not play them. I'll just give you a general opinion of what the game is going through and what kind of things you can compare about differences. What kind of differences both games have from each other and which one you might like even better. But let's get on to the topic. I've explored 100% of the map, and I want to tell what's so good about this game. I'm gonna talk about pros and the cons and every aspect of it. So let's start. So with my cons, what I had in early game, I found out there was like a camera bug. I'm not sure if you guys all are referencing to the camera being weird and stuff, but every time well, not every time. It happens very rarely. I was trying to make it happen again, but it didn't happen, so that's a shame. But generally, when I kill an enemy, I usually don't use camera lock. So if I don't lock, it happened to me. I'm not sure if it happens to people who do lock the cameras. I'm not sure about that. But when I kill an enemy in my view, and my character are like locked onto that enemy to attack them, and they are dead. And I'm gonna try to turn my camera to the other enemies. There are sometimes it will just force me back onto this view, like it turns back to the dead enemy. I don't know why it does that, but that's kind of well, it sucks. It sucks. Uh, and I want that to be fixed. I'm not sure how, but please fix the camera problem. Okay, and the other one is like enemies spinning around you. I think you guys have seen it multiple times, but to me, it also happens very rarely, but I've seen it happen like twice or something like that in my whole playthrough. Um, but there are some enemies that will just turn around you, like the AI is kinda janked. They are trying to hit you, they're trying to get to you for some reason, even though they are at you. Um, very weird. They'll just run around in circles around you, and I'm not sure what to say about that. I mean, free hits, I guess, but if you hit them, they will just turn normal back again. I'm not sure if it's a major bug they need to fix. So another thing is like their range detection of the enemies. Like if I walk behind them, sometimes they will just catch on me. I'm not sure why. Um, but I think that can also be changed. I do have some recommendations for that. I'll talk about it a little bit later. So, and another problem I found is basically if you use this tool right here, the loop mapper, yeah, there we go, the loop mapper. It doesn't show you the hidden chests. It only shows you like the chests that already exist in the world. Um, Sometimes it does show them like underneath some kind of stone, like that one right over there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, like that one. If I can't get my mouse, yeah, that one. Um, Sometimes it does show, sometimes it doesn't show. Kind of weird. Um, but I don't think don't not showing hidden chests are a big issue. Oh, that's a chest. Okay, give me a second. Alright, so another one is what you all know, echo leveling. it's kind of shite. I ain't gonna lie. It's very expensive. You get very little. They try to fix it with an event. I would say it's like a short-term fix. I mean, if you put an event out every patch, yeah, sure, it will probably be fine. Uh, but I would still say if you are like trying to uh, perfect your echoes, which will take a really, really long time, and which will take massive investment in materials, it's probably not going well. Uh, so that's my trouble with echo leveling because it takes way too much materials to just level up the echo and tune them even, because you get so very little for them. Another problem I have is a very small problem. I don't think they need to fix this, uh, but it's just a personal opinion of mine. They might be able to improve it, and it's the mining. Um, Well, I figured out a trick. You can just mine them with your echoes. So if you like find a stone, if I give me a second, I got some mining spots right over there. There we go. So the problem what I have is you gain very little amount of materials from things you mine, and it's kind of hard to find them every time, you know? So like there's a big chunk over there, like 3 ores. And what I found out, you can just mine them with echoes. Like, if you have Dreamless, that's even better, the best one, I think, to mine. Because you can just press Q, get everything. There you go. Um, but what I don't like about this is because it takes so much time and you are, like, exploring the world still, right? And you need those ores to make more of those casket sonars. I use them a lot during this play. I swear to God, if I have $5 for every sonar, casket sonar I used, I'll probably be rich. I'll probably be rich. Alright, so that's my little problem with mining. I'm not sure if you can fix that. I don't think they need to fix it, but um, if they try to fix it, just make it a little better for quality of life. And here's my last problem I have, and it's the map border. So when you are exploring the map, you know there are like borders around, and around in that border you can like explore and gain the percentage. And of course you can like see where you are with pressing that compass and go here, but it's not always accurate. It's not always accurate like that. So what I want is actually, can you please Kuro, give us some borders, like a border to know where um, Whiting expire ends or starts, because like there's one chest I think around here, because this here is the dim forest, and there is also a chest right over here. Oh, there's a hidden quest. Anyway, there's also a chest right over here, a puzzle that belongs to Whiting Expire. Let me find it real quick. I think it was around this place. First of all, that chest belongs to dim forest. That's good. That's fine by me. It's around this place. Yeah. Yeah, there. Alright. So the chest I found, this one, it belongs to a certain puzzle around somewhere close in the vicinity. Yeah, there. Found it. But this chest, apparently, this chest here belongs to Whiting Expire. Like, there was another chest right over there. Yeah, right here. And you see, like, different is not much. Like, it's still here. And this chest right over there belongs to Dim Forest. Um, and that's the little problem I have with the map exploration. Because there are some places that doesn't make sense belonging to another region. I'm just gonna call it regions because I don't know the other words right now. And also, I do have trouble with Wooming Bay too, because right this place, like from this here, all the way down to this, all belong to Wooming Bay. And I thought that was Tiger's Ball. I thought that, like this place was the Tiger's Ball. Uh, it was quite struggling because Tiger's Ball was apparently like from this place down to like this residence beacon. It's like divided right here, which is a very weirdly divided place. You cannot even see it on the map. At this place, you can see it a little bit, maybe. Like this place would also probably count as whiting eggs, and then this place counts as dim forest. Uh, but yeah, that's a very weird division right over here, and I think they need to show the borders for this because I think that will make the exploration a little bit easier. And I was like trying to find more chests right over here, right? Because I thought there were more hidden chests instead of going right down here because I thought this place belongs to Port of City. Alright, well that's all my cons that I have found in this game, for me at least. Maybe you guys have found some more bugs that you want to tell they need to fix that. And maybe you found something you don't like in this game for a bug. Well, I think you guys are probably then filled in the feedback things. But I haven't done that yet, and I want to do that sooner or later after I've seen everything in the game. And now I have. Anyways, let's go to the pros. The pro what I have in this game is like the exploration. If you sprint, the stamina is pretty nice if you are not in combat. The problem what I do have with it is because sometimes, yeah, that detection range, yeah, that happens, and then you will just move on, I guess. But I don't like that. I really don't like that. Alright, but the stamina is pretty nice. You can infinitely regain them, and I think that's a pretty good thing. I think not being really realistic is a good thing in stamina because this map is big. This map is huge. And for people who want to explore, stamina is your biggest enemy. And I love this. I absolutely love the infinite stamina one. Alright, another one. The echo farming. So we talked about echo leveling before, that being a huge con in this game because you can absolutely not level them easily. But the echo farming you can farm very easily because there's a 20% chance every mob that you kill drop an echo. Not the humanoid ones, but like those dogs right over there. Those do drop echoes. Like you have 20% chance for every echo to drop, and bosses also drop echoes, also 20% unless you have like your data bank reset from enhanced drop rate. That's 100% drop rate. So it's very easy to gain your echoes, which is a very good pro because echo are the artifacts here, and it's very much RNG because you will throw them away the moment they turn bad. So having a way to replenish the amount of echoes you can have, having a way to replenish all those lost, well, dead echoes, I call them dead pieces usually, it's very huge. You can just replace them instantly, no hesitation, because you will get one better. You can just farm this infinitely. You can go through your own world, then go to your friend's world. Like, easy as that. Just a snap of finger, you can get more echoes. Very good. Alright. So, let's see. The next one is exploration tools with no cooldown, but it has materials. That's what I told about with the resonant casket. Because this tool, you can have a limited deployment of three of those, as you can see, three of those circles that can find chests for you. And those casket sonars are, you need to craft material for it to use it. So the only thing I would say is those casket sonar and the waypoints are the only two gears that you need actually to farm for. But aside from those two, aside from those two, close to no cooldown is a very nice thing to have. Well, of course the grapple has some cooldown, but I would say 10 seconds or 11 seconds negotiable. And this one, the sensor, oops, yikes, didn't meant to do that. But the sensor, 5 seconds cooldown. You won't use your sensor that many times in like 1 second, so it's fine. So little to no downtime for every tool you have. That makes exploration also very much viable and enjoyable because you know you won't need to search every damn corner of the game. Alright, another one that's a very huge pro in this game, and you all already know it, it's the combat. The combat in this game is so good. You have the parry, you can like dodge and then heavy attack instantly back. Like I thought it was a counter attack, but it's just a heavy attack. Um, but it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying indeed. And I have to say, the combat in this game has retained me here because the boss fight music and stuff. Oh my god, so good. And that's all I have for my pros because, like I said, if I just say this graphic is good, yeah, Genshin graphics is also great. It, there's no difference. Well, there is a difference, but there's no difference in rating then. So this game has a huge pro in like exploration compared to other games for not having any stamina, for infinite ably farm echoes, but not leveling them. That's a huge but there. And exploration with close to no cooldown. Close to. And I think this game is very good for that. So if you want to relax, just explore the world, Wuthering Waves is definitely one of those great games that you can relax your mind instead of checking every corner. Or you can just go on your way, killing mobs, gain echo, and farm treasure at the same time. Find supplies, yeah. Because this game is absolutely made for that. And I see no complaints in doing that, so what, from other people. Alright, and then we go to the section what I think they need to change. So first of all, the echo leveling system. So what kind of solution do I think they can make for us? I think we should be able, instead of transmuting the echo, like, let's see, this one, instead of data merge, sorry, this is data merge, instead of merging the echoes, I think we should be able to um, transmute them. So instead of throwing them all in, I would say make it a little bit more expensive, like 10 echoes or something, and you can make them turn into the tuners or XP, depending on the rarity you use, of course. And the higher the rarity echo you use, the more you gain. And make it like it on a cooldown because unlimited farming echo is kind of broken with those systems. So I would say maybe limit it to 3 times a day or even 1 time a day. From 1 to 3 times a day, depending on how much you will gain. Okay, and next ones, I already said, it should be show the borders. Please show me the borders because it was a pain to I'm sorry, very bad at English. Distinguish, distinguish the borders, which where I need to explore for my last percentage. And the other one, I recommend for those weird visions, like because I always try to go behind the enemies, like going from behind the back so they won't detect me. Add like a maybe limit their vision from the back, and you could add a stealth feature, like not as in a skill or something or a tool that make you go stealth, but more like you can backstab the enemy. Just walking, walking up, walking behind them, stab, stab them once and break such as around maybe 5% or 10% of that shield bar. That would be cool if they add that. Just sneaking around the enemies, backstab them first, and then get into combat. I think that's a pretty good solution of limiting the enemy views and even adding a little more mechanic to the combat. And maybe you don't like it. Let me know in the comment if you do agree with all those statements I say they need to change. If you don't, it's fine. I will read your comment and comment down why not. Because I'm quite interested in people's view about it. Because I will say I don't 100% fully agree with other people's idea too. So I won't judge you for saying that you don't agree with me. I will respect your decision. I will see why you chose that path. Oh, and for the last one, the hidden chest. Okay, so I don't recommend them to show where the chests are hidden, but I do recommend them to show like the mechanics, the mechanisms. So some of them are behind some shooting game, and then after the shooting game, they will just unlock the chest. I think they need to show those mechanisms on the loot mapper, because it's kind of hard to find them sometimes. It is hard to find them sometimes unless you are viewing from above or it's like in plain sight. So they do encourage you to explore, but at the same time they make you go around the circles in the same place, and I don't like going around the same place. Okay. And that's my last recommendation for needed changes. So again, guys, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. If you guys think I'm right, maybe tell me why you think I'm right, because I also have some ideas why I cannot be right on these stuff. Anyway, so and the last thing I want to address right now, it has nothing to do with this review, but it has to do with the title that I put in. So it is very painful for me to say this, absolutely, because I really love Genshin. So from previous videos I have mentioned I'm a 1.0 Genshin player and I do remember a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, those games are trying to get you in with FOMO, fear of missing out and other stuff, but I did like them for what they are. I really did. And I'll say I might come back to Genshin someday again with the stories. And yeah, I'm just very sad that this has happened, because what Kuro did in this game is actually, in my opinion, from what I saw, kind of taking those change recommendations, because in 1.0 1.1 I remember people asking for the stamina change. I remember most of the stuff in this game that is a very good quality of life stuff in this game were asked about in Genshin, like the stamina, faster climbing, and I'm not they're not grappling, but everything about it, every quality of life aspect of this game came from all the critical reviews on Genshin. And honestly, after 2 years, like in 2.0, I forgot all about it till this game came. Till this game came after the 4 years I played Genshin. And suddenly I remembered them. Suddenly I was awake. And suddenly I was very sad to know this. To kind of feel this in a way that MiHoYo just doesn't give a fuck about us. They really fucking don't. And I'm very sad about it because I do remember MiHoYo in 1.0, in 1.1 doing something for us. Like I do remember they do changes. They gave out primogems, free primogems for bug fixes, bug mentions. And now they don't. They suddenly turn a blind eye to everything we try to tell Genshin. We were trying to improve Genshin by being critical. And suddenly they didn't appreciate it anymore. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure how. But I think that Genshin really needs to change from the inside. And I fear it's too late. I fear that MiHoYo doesn't see this as a problem. I fear that Genshin will never improve. And I'm very sad of that. And I really hope after Wuthering Waves that MiHoYo will finally look up and see what we were talking about. That we were not being negative to stop the game. That we're being negative to help the game improve. And man, this game gave me some nostalgia for real. Cause cause look at this, Depths of Illuso's Realm. So this resets every patch, and you can complete all those quests for the free asteroids. So I hope this won't go away because what MiHoYo did in 1.0, 1.1, and 1.2, I remember, still remember every patch. They gave us a login event. So if you log in like 7 days, you'll gain 600 Primo Gems for free. And it suddenly went away, and everyone was asking for it. MiHoYo just suddenly stopped doing it. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they thought they could make more money this way. Which is actually true because they did implement the fear of missing out, which is very normal in a game. I won't judge them for using those tactics. It's very usual for a gacha game to try to manipulate you to stay in the game or spend money on the game. Because the company itself needs the money to develop. But yes, bring those memories up again make me remember that Genshin was never perfect at start. Genshin was never close to perfect. Genshin is not even a finished game. And I believe that Genshin was finished because I never heard about bug reports again. I never heard about compensation primo gems ever again. I don't know what's going on. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what to say about this. Uh, they they just don't give a fuck. They really don't. And I'm sad about it. I'm very sad about it. From knowing that a game you love, you support, just don't give a fuck about you. They just don't care about their community. Now, I won't say like what streamers say the viewers made them. They made the game, yes. But to retain the game being popular, you need to have some one-on-ones with your community. You need to view your community as something trustworthy. And what they did was actually brainwashing. Because I could have never see Genshin in a negative light if it wasn't for Wuthering Waves. After those 2 years I played Genshin, right in my third year, I couldn't find any faults in Genshin. I don't know anymore. I just play the game mindlessly day in, day out. And that's why I quit after this game came. This game, Wuthering Waves, woke me the fuck up. I got bitch slaps in the face. I suddenly hear my alarms going on, and I suddenly was awake from a dream. I was trapped in a dream by miHoYo itself, and I'm sad. Yeah, again, I don't know how to say this. I really don't. I shouldn't get emotional over this stuff, but yeah, Genshin has been with me quite close every goddamn day for 4 years already. And it played probably the biggest part in my life as a game. And so I want to make it clear. I'm not defending Kuro. I'm not shaming miHoYo. Um I just want to make it clear that miHoYo has to step up their game. miHoYo has to do something. They need to care about their community right now, or it's never. Because the game is going down a hill, and it's not a good hill. It's rolling to its own demise. And I will not blame miHoYo 100% for this. Because those with the loudest voices, like I told about in my first video, those Hoyo shills, those frequent Hoyo believers who defend a billion-dollar company game against people who wants the game to improve by being critical. They are the one telling Genshin it's fine. They are a part of the problem. And miHoYo believed them. They believed them over people who were really critical about the game. People who really wants the game to improve. Because those fuckers who are shilling miHoYo right now, who are sucking miHoYo's damn dick, are those fuckers who are afraid of changing future. They are afraid of moving on. They are afraid that Genshin won't be Genshin anymore. And I have to tell you this. Genshin stayed Genshin. Genshin is a live game. They will update it any time, any moment. They can change everything you knew. And I think it's time. It's time for miHoYo to move on. It's time for them to finally say, we have to give a fuck. Thank you for watching this video.